Hello everyone, this is Liam Falconer back again, showing my face on camera in a video, which I don't do very often, but here we are back again, to do a quick review of the self-titled album by Liam Gallagher and John Squire. Just to preface this album is awful. Spoilers ahead, but this album it's not very good. I'm just going to say it right now. This album is not very good at all, and I don't think you should ever listen to it, but I'm here to explain why. So anyway, this already sounds like the coolest collaboration to ever happen in Britpop history on paper. You know, Liam Gallagher, Oasis frontman, John Squire, Stone Roses guitarist, coming together to make an album together. It's almost like Kids See Ghosts, but for British music. You know, it'll be a big deal. But you know, when you think about it, why? Why does this collaboration need to happen to begin with? Like okay, when you think of it in your head, oh, Liam Gallagher, John Squire make an album together. That sounds pretty cool. But when you actually you think about it for more than 3 seconds, and you realize this is a terrible idea, because I mean, I'm sure you could make it work if you, I don't know, that's some meddling, but come on, you don't. No one wants to go through that. Why does this collab need to happen? What do Liam Gallagher and John Squire have in common for them to make an album together? What is the point of this? Why would someone want this beyond name recognition? Why? I don't fucking know. They made the album anyway. Who gives a shit, alright? But anyway, the album itself, okay, I've already said this album sucks many times. This is my 3rd time listening to this album, and every time I've heard it, I just come out more and more and more disappointed and appalled. And this is the lowest score I'm giving it as thus far. So if I ever do a 4th re-listen to this album, for whatever reason, then yeah, expect the score to go down a lot in the future. Okay, so basically this is the most shallow, dull, totally worthless, thin, badly written, badly produced rock album Liam Gallagher has ever made. Out of his entire career, including Oasis, BDI, his own solo career, this is the bottom of the barrel right here. Every single album he's made has been, well, okay, it's been really inconsistent. He had a few good albums with Oasis, and then BDI sucked, and then his own solo career was usually just, I don't know, mediocre. But this is the first time I'd say he's made a truly awful album since, Heathen Chemistry or something. But even then, that's just mid. This is the first truly terrible album Liam Gallagher has been on. And, you know, to be fair, he's I don't know, 30 years into his career. The fact it took him this long to appear on a genuinely terrible album it's admirable, but that doesn't stop this album from sucking anyway. Oh, my camera's fucking up. What's that all about? Go infinity on that. Focus. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking around. But, anyway, yeah. Anyway, this is, the most, thinly written, badly produced album Liam Gallagher's ever appeared on, bar none. Same with John Squire. John Squire's career has always been quite short. He appeared on 2 Stone Roses albums they made, and then he made a few solo albums. This is John Squire's first ever studio appearance in 2 decades. But anyway, I'm sure someone out there would probably love this and claim it, you know, oh, it's really good. But for me personally, this is an irritating, just so fucking boring listen from start to finish. There is not a single song on this thing I would say is anywhere besides fucking terrible. The best song on this album is Mars to Liverpool, which is maybe a 4 out of 10 if I'm feeling generous, maybe a low 5, but that's it. That's the best this album gets. Everything else varies from 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10. There is a song on this album that I would give a 0 out of 10. And that's Just Another Rainbow. That's the single. That song is ungodly, so bad. Just really drawn out vocal performances and just awful lyrics, awful pacing, Just way too long. It's just everything I don't like about Liam Gallagher in one song. But it's not like the rest of this album sucks anyway. Songs like, I'm So Bored, I'm a Wheel, fucking Love You Forever, Mother Nature's Song, they're all so repetitive and shallowly written that it just, I don't know, man. It's like they didn't give a fuck while making this. You can tell that they did not give a fuck while making any songs on this thing, because the concept itself is flawed. This is a fundamentally broken concept that did not need to happen for any reason. Besides, I don't know, like, Nostalgia Act or something like that, but, who the fuck wanted that? The production is fucking really bad. It's really compressed. There's really dry sounding. There's not a lot of reverb with anything. This album sounds like a demo that was going to be remastered later to sound, tolerable. But yeah, it didn't. I guess it didn't happen or something like that. I mean, if they wanted it to sound like this, I'd say, congratulations, but it doesn't sound good. Especially compared to Come On You Know, which came out before this, which I'd say is a pretty well produced album. Fucking, like, they're clearly going for like a sing-along style with this, like arena songs, but the style of production they go with just hammers all the depth and the impact of these songs drastically, to the point where they just feel contrived and half-assed. Liam Gallagher's vocals are not very good either, if you ask me. They're all like, he's really nasally, he's really annoying, he's really fucking, like, loud. I get that's his vocal style, obviously, but if you listen to any of his other solo records, I'd say he's a really good vocalist. Even on most Oasis albums, even when he started, like, struggling with his voice, he consistently sounded great. But this album's an exception that I'm willing to make, because he sounds fucking dreadful on this. Because, you can tell he was starting to use autotune a little bit on the later albums, but I don't think any autotune was used on this thing, which is not a good thing. He just sounds fucking awful. He's intolerable, he's loud, he's fucking raspy, he just sounds diseased. He's fucking awful. I don't like it. And on top of that, the songwriting is also garbage. It feels like they wrote down a draft of what a song's lyrics could be, and just didn't care to write a second or third draft to finalize the lyrics. Like, I'm So Bored, for instance. Like, this is what they went with. These are lyrics that I would write as a joke. No, they actually went with this. This is what's on the record. For shame. And on top of that, probably the most insulting aspect is that, well, John Squire is a very creative guitarist. He influenced a lot of stuff. Some of the guitar lines on the Stone Roses albums are just mwah. They're really good. Some of my favorite guitar lines of all time come from this guy, like, I don't know, She Bangs the Drums, I Want to Be Adored, I Am the Resurrection, Made of Stone, Waterfall. All of that is great. This album it pales in comparison to anything he's done in the past. A lot of the stuff on here just relies on the same chord progressions and the same strumming patterns and shit. It feels like they're making the same song over and over again, just making it increasingly longer or more drawn out. But anyway, the lyrics, while the songwriting is repetitive, at least the lyrics could save it. But no, the lyrics are as thin and as, the lyrical writing, as I've explained before, is incredibly thin and shallow and half-assed as that wallpaper over there, and this entire thing just makes me angry. This album pisses me off, as you can tell from my tone of voice, but yeah, I think I've talked long enough. This album is fucking awful. My favourite track, as I've explained earlier, was Mars to Liverpool, which is a 4 out of 10, and the worst song is Just Another Rainbow, which is a 0.7 out of 10, 0.8, 1 out of 10, maybe if I'm feeling lucky or something like that. It's a 0 anyway. It's barely even slightly enjoyable in any aspect, if you ask me. But yeah, bottom line, this album is atrocious, and it's just all the aspects, all the bad aspects of Oasis and the Stone Roses rolled up into one ball of disgusting crap. I'm feeling a 2 out of 10 on this thing. Catch you later. Stay tuned for more album reviews in the future, I guess, and goodbye.